Hi, my name is Alicia, trainer at BSDQ. The preparation of a tender is possible as soon as the project is registered with the BSDQ. It will be recorded in the company's account and available for any modifications until the closing date and time at the BSDQ. To prepare a tender, you must first do a project search. The checkbox in front of the number and click on Prepare a Tender. The tender form will appear and several tabs will need to be completed. By default, only the Tender tab is available. All the starred fields are mandatory. Other fields must be completed according to the requirements in the tendering documents. Here is an overview of the fields and their functions. TES tender number is an automatically generated number assigned by the TES. Status indicates the status of the tender. Entered indicates that the tender is in progress and can be modified at any time. My reference allows you to enter a reference number or name to facilitate the search of your tender afterwards. BSDQ project, no, and closing at BSDQ indicate the project description and the closing date at BSDQ. These 5 elements are always visible, no matter which tab is selected. In the Specialties section, using the drop-down menu, you must select the desired specialty group. Available specialties are displayed in the left-hand column. You must select the checkbox in front of the desired specialty, then use the arrows in the center to transfer it to the right-hand column, which is called Selected Specialties. For the tender amount section, if the price is calculated per unit, select this choice and indicate the details of the tender in the appendix. If the tender is a fixed price offer, select this field and enter the amount in letters and numbers, without taxes, in the tender amount section. Taxes will be calculated automatically by clicking outside the field provided for this purpose. Plan numbers and dates, specifications and dates, and addendums and dates are required fields that allow for the registration of the documents that were used in the preparation of the tender. It's possible to manually enter the information to be included or attach a PDF document for one or more of the sections. The option Enumerate Plan Numbers and Dates is selected by default. To choose the Attach a PDF document option, you will need to uncheck the default option, then select Attach a PDF document listing the plan numbers and dates. Click on the Add button and select the desired file. And then click OK. To delete a PDF document, use the Delete button, and the document will be removed from the tender. It will then be possible to add a new document or switch back to manually listing the information. Follow the same procedure for the next 2 sections. Appendix allows you to enter any additional information or details requested in the tendering documents. Certificate from Revenue Quebec allows you to attach or indicate your intentions regarding the certificate from Revenue Quebec. If the first checkbox is selected, an Add button will appear, allowing to choose the document in PDF format. The second checkbox allows to inform the recipient contractors that the certificate is not attached at the time of deposit, but can be provided upon request. If neither option is selected at the time of submitting the tender, the TES will display a warning message, but it will not prevent the tender from being deposited. For the section File Number at the Régie de Bâtiment de Québec, you need to enter the RBQ number of your company. To save the tender for the first time, click OK at the bottom of the page. If some required and starred fields are not completed, a reminder message will inform you. Click OK. It should be noted that it is not mandatory to complete the entire tender tab in order to save it for the first time. It is even recommended to save it several times to avoid losing the information already entered. To add information to the Tender tab, click on Modify at the top. The Recipients tab allows you to indicate which recipient contractors the tender will be sent. To do so, select the Add action, then a window will appear. By default, the option Search Only in My Favorite Recipients is selected, and the list of favorite recipients appears. It is possible to switch to a different list by selecting it from the drop-down menu, and then clicking on Search on the right. To add one or more recipients to the tender, select the checkbox in front of the company name and click on Add to List at the bottom. The TES will notify if the names have been successfully added. Then click OK. To search among the interested recipients on the project, select that option, and then click on Search on the right. A warning message appears indicating that this list contains the names of recipient contractors who have voluntarily expressed their interest in receiving tender. You can click OK. To add recipients to the tender, select the checkbox in front of their name, and then click on Add to List. The TES will confirm that they have been successfully added. You can then click OK. The option Search in the BSDQ directory allows you to search for a specific company by its name. Enter a keyword in the name field and click on Search on the right. The recipient will appear. Then to add him to the tender, select the checkbox in front of his name and click on Add to List. The TES will notify you that the contractor has been successfully added. You can then click OK. Once the additions are completed, you can click on Return to List, and all the names of the previously added recipient contractors will be displayed. To modify the tender amount, the appendix, or the appended document of one or more contractors, select the checkbox in front of the company name and then click Modify at the top. Under the list of names, the editable information will be displayed. Complete the desired fields, then click OK to save. To delete one of the recipients from the tender, select the checkbox in front of their name and click on Delete at the top. The TES displays a warning message. Click OK. Then it will display a confirmation message. Click OK. The Copy Recipient tab provides the option to send a copy of your tender to professionals on the project: owners, architects, engineers, or managers. To send a copy of your tender, click on Add, then a search window will appear. By default, the list of copy recipients known by the BSDQ at the time of project registration will be displayed. Select the checkbox in front of the name of the desired professionals, and then click on Add to List. A confirmation message will appear. Click OK. To add a copy recipient who is not known by the BSDQ, select the BSDQ directory option. Enter a keyword in the name field. Select the type from the drop-down menu, and then click on Search. The results will appear. Select the checkbox next to the name of the professional you want to add, then click on Add to List. TES will notify that the names have been successfully added. Click OK. When all additions are completed, use the Return to List button. The search window will close and the names of added professionals will be displayed. To remove one of the copy recipients, select the checkbox in front of their name and then click on Delete. A warning message will appear. Click OK. A confirmation message will appear. Click again on OK. The Security tab allows you to attach a bond to your tender or provide an electronic payment through your financial institution. By default, the No Guarantee for this tender option is selected. To learn how to attach a security to your tender, watch the instructional video provided. The Appended Documents tab allows you to attach up to 5 PDF documents. Select the Add action, then use the Choose button to select the desired PDF document and click OK. To remove an appended document, select the checkbox in front of it and then click on Delete. Once all tender tabs have been completed, it is then possible to deposit it. Go back to the Tender tab, then click on Deposit at the top. The Tender Deposit window offers the possibility to view the tender as a single document by clicking on the See Tender button. The Sole Tender section allows you to select the statement, "Do not forward the tender if I am the only bidder in my specialty," according to Article G2 of the Code. If the checkbox is selected and the tender is unique, it will not be sent to the recipient contractors. If the checkbox is not selected, the tender will be automatically forwarded. Enter the password as an electronic signature in the password field. Then click on Deposit. A reminder window appears, asking, "Do you really want to deposit this tender?" Click OK. As soon as the tender is deposited, the TES automatically confirms it by issuing a receipt. It is possible to print it by clicking on the Print button. The receipt is also sent by email to the users of the company, according to their profile. A deposit will be deducted from the unused deposits of the company. To go back to the tender, use the Return button. The tender status is now deposited, with the deposit's date and time.